Hi, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my 7th update for Deck of Panning. Emily of Emily and Max created this project. It started on January 20th and ends on December 20th. Every month around the 10th, Emily shuffles the game board, and that is what we use whenever we draw our cards to figure out what item should go with each card. I do not need the game board this month. I do not have any rollouts, but I do have progress, and I am confident that I will need the game board next time, but this is going to be a short and boring update. A long time ago, I drew the 10 of Hearts, and the 10 of Hearts was in it for the long haul, and it still is. This is the Osei Ocean Eyes Eye Serum. I am trying to finish this. It's not going to happen this year. At the last update, that level was at the bottom of the A, now it's at the top of the E. This is very slow going. I do like it, I don't love it. I think I prefer eye creams over eye serums, and I don't feel like I need both of those. So I don't think I would get this again, but I will finish it eventually, someday, maybe next decade. I was also working on the Nine of Spades, which when I drew it was matches eye color. My eyes are a very dark brown, and so I went into my Lilo & Stitch Ohana palette. This is the shade Ohana, which is also a very dark brown, and I have not yet hit pan, which is my goal. I have now used it 19 times in this project and no pan. I'm trying. I mostly use that either as a deepening shade or as a liner. So I'm using smaller brushes, but it is a very dense shadow, and it's just kind of an odd formula. It's very different from everything else in this palette, and it's not a great formula, to be honest with you. It's kind of difficult to blend, but it's there. So honestly, when I use this palette, I just use whatever shadows make sense within this palette. I am not someone who opens 4 different palettes to make an eyeshadow look. I just work with the one in front of me, and sometimes I supplement with singles, but this is still in the project until I hit pan. Also, a couple months ago, I brought in the Nine of Clubs, which at the time was bronzer, so I brought in a bronzer. This is my Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer in Hotel Heiress. Or it was. It's not quite anymore. At the last update, I had 3 uses. I'm now up to 5. My goal is 20, so that's not great progress. But I did repress this. It was getting kind of difficult to use, and I got my brush a little bit wet with sweat one day when I was trying to apply it, and then I ended up with hard pans, so I decided to repress it. When I repressed it, I frankened in a little bit of highlighter. This was a darker shade for me. I got this as a gift with purchase. I didn't choose the shade. I would have gone with the Park Avenue Princess if I had. But it's no longer quite matte because it has the highlighter in it, which I really just added to lighten it up, but that's also an effect. So I will be maybe getting more uses on this now that it is probably a better shade match for me. I actually have not used it since I have repressed and frankened it, so we'll see what I think of it after I have changed it. 2 months ago, I drew the card that was in it for the long haul again, which was the 3rd time this year, so I decided I didn't want to do that, and I invoked the rule that says that if you either can't or really don't want to do a prompt, you can draw 2 more cards and combine those prompts to pick something, and that's what I did. I then drew the 2 of Hearts, which was Fantasy Self, and the 3 of Diamonds, which is Duo or Multichrome, and I brought in a body glitter. This is a limited 2 body glitter. Yep, I still have it, and it still works. I don't know how, but it still does. My goal is to use this 10 times. At the last update, I had 3 uses. I have used it 5 more times for a total of 8, so I still need 2 uses on this. This will be a goal match for next time. I've mostly been using it on my nails, but I have used it on my body twice, I think, in those 8 uses. It's on my nails now, but they're kind of a mess, so I don't really want to show you up close. But I do have a white polish with this over top. It kind of gives a snowy type effect. You don't really see the multi-chrome of it. It just kind of looks gold-ish on top, but that's okay. And I will be using this twice more. And then last time I drew the Jack of Diamonds. The Jack of Diamonds is indie. The indie product I chose to bring in was this Jouer Shadow in Chocolat. It's that one. That is a different single. Here's what it looks like. It is kind of a satin finish. My goal is to use it 10 times, and I am up to 6. I am wearing it now in my crease, so that's what's there. I just need 4 more uses, and I actually think I'll have that over the next month too, and I will be having 2 rollouts, and I will be drawing 2 cards next time, is what I'm predicting. So there was my very short update. I'm still working on the same 5 products for the next month, but next month I am sure I will be drawing new cards and we'll get to shake things up a little bit. So wish me luck, good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye.